What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Stephen D. I had to get up here, man. I had to do it. It is crazy right now. My phone was literally ringing off the hook while I was doing grocery shopping at the grocery store with my kid. And I started getting ding, 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 ding. And then all of a sudden, my phone started blowing up with phone calls. And it looks like the Miami Dolphins have made some amazing moves that I want to talk about with you guys. If you are following right now, welcome. This is the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. We thank you for joining us. Make sure you go to the website, miamisportsmusic.com. But look, man, we're here for a reason. So let's talk about it. Let's get right to it. What just went down in the last hour, in the last 30 to 45 minutes, Adam Schefter reporting that the Dolphins and the 49ers made a trade, a blockbuster trade. San Francisco will get the Miami Dolphins' 3rd overall pick, while Miami will get the 12th overall pick and a third, which I believe now is being set for 2022. And 2 future number 1 picks on top of that. So the Dolphins traded it for 3 ones, a 3 for 9 spots back for the San Francisco 49ers to move up 9 spots. Absolutely amazing what Chris Grier decided to do this afternoon, and he was not done yet. What he ended up doing after that was even more amazing. He ended up trading with the Eagles to get back into the top 10 or the top 6, and only had to give up. We ended up getting number 6 and number 156 overall to the Dolphins. In exchange, the Dolphins gave up the number 12 pick that they just got from San Fran, the 123rd pick, and a 2022 first-round pick that San Fran also gave us. So, look, man, Grier capitalized on what I would assume to be, San Francisco going, they were desperate. I don't know what they were desperate for, because now they have come out publicly and said that Jimmy Garoppolo is their guy. So I don't know what in the world they think that they have to move into the top 3. And I feel like, the Dolphins, they robbed them. They did. This is one of the best trades I have personally seen over the last, easily 5 to 10 years in the NFL when it comes to Dolphins NFL trades. So look, I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys want to come on live, let me know in the comments section here of your YouTube or Facebook page. And what we'll end up doing is I'll try to bring you on. I want to hear what your thoughts are, how you guys feel about the trade. Your thoughts on Chris Grier being a mastermind for this trade deal. This is easily, this has to put him up there as one of the top GMs in the NFL, making a move like this and making it so bold and loud on a day where there's really nothing going on in sports. So to be able to have that, it's absolutely amazing. I also want to get into talking about who do you guys think we're going to take at these picks now, right? I like what Nick said. Chris Grier's out here playing Madden 100%, my guy, 100%. I totally agree with that. I think that Chris Grier, I love what he's been doing. Kyle says GM of the year candidate already. Yeah, man, look, you can't deny the moves that he's done. Chris Grier out here is finessing the league. I totally agree. If you're asking me what I think, I think when it comes to, what the Dolphins, what San Francisco is going to do, if they are sticking with Garoppolo, they have to be going at the offensive tackle from Oregon, Sewell, at 3. That's what I'm thinking. Or Jamar Chase, right? Giving Garoppolo a weapon, an unbelievable weapon to throw to. So I don't know what they're doing. I just – and what's funny is Lynch, the GM over at San Francisco, he's not a bum. He's not a pushover. So for the Dolphins to do what they did, I have to be honest and say I'm absolutely amazed by Chris Grier and how he ended up moving that. And then to go to Philly and get, back into the top 6, and you didn't have to give up any capital from you. It looks like just kind of what you got. I mean, it's to go from 3 to 12 back to 6, gain a couple of first round picks. Come on, man. Like that is somebody who is playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, as we would say about that guy up there in New England. Andrew wrote, Chris Greer is finally making more moves than Jordan in his prime. I do like that one. That's a good one. Hey, look, if you want to be a guest on the show tonight or today, right now, I would love to be able to have you on. So what I'm going to do actually right now in the chat is I'm going to go ahead and put the link for StreamYard, which is the third-party device that I use. And if you guys want to come on and talk to me about it and tell me your thoughts, we'll do this just like a radio show. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say and what your thoughts are on Greer, the trades that just went down, and who you think we're going to get. So it's absolutely amazing. Lorenzo said, what's up, Lorenzo? Loyal guy to DWA, Miami Sports Music. He either thinks the Dolphins are going to go after Chase or Pitts with these moves. I think it's going to be pretty amazing to see what the Dolphins do here. Agent 21 said, in essence, we gained a third this year and a first in 2023, and we only had to move 3 spots to get it. I like it. And here's the other thing. I don't know if the Dolphins are done. Let's say there's a specific guy that the Dolphins love, right? And we're sitting at number 6, and all of a sudden he's off the board before they get to 6. There's no stopping Greer from trading back again and getting more first-round picks for the future. He's already done it, and it's not like 6 is a bum pick. It is a hot commodity too, and there's a lot of value at the number 6 overall pick in the NFL draft in that first year. Lorenzo said, amazing. Say $2 million against the cap. I know. Look, again, I do believe that he is out here playing chess while the rest of the NFL is playing checkers. It's unbelievable what he has decided to do. Let's go to Twitter and let's see what they're doing over here on Twitter. We're going to go ahead and put Dolphins trade into the search engine of Twitter here, and let's just kind of see what we can find here. It looks like Ian Rappaport, the Dolphins and 49ers made a trade. San Francisco gets 3, while Miami gets number 12 and a 3 and future ones. We already know that. Let's kind of see what else. Cameron Wolf, somebody who covers the team well for the Dolphins. If you haven't believed our reporting this offseason, this Dolphins trade makes it clear they are all in on Tua Tagovailoa. I would have to 100% agree with Cameron Wolf there. I definitely think that is the case. Look, full details. Eagles trade pick 6, pick 156, and the Dolphins trade pick 12, 123, and 2022's first rounder. So, look, that's just absolutely amazing. Barry Jackson of at FLA Sports Buzz. Per the source, the 2022 first rounder sent by the Dolphins to Philadelphia in Miami's second big trade of the day is the Dolphins' 2022 first rounder. So the Dolphins now own Phillies and their own first rounders in 2021, 6 and 18. So hold up. Am I reading this right? Are we saying that we have 2 first round picks this year? We have number 6 and 18. All right. And San Francisco's first rounder in 2022 and San Francisco's first round in 2023. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing what he is out here doing. I think it's unbelievable what you can see. If you're following right now on Miami Sports Music, Facebook, Twitter page, what I want you to do, Facebook and YouTube page, what I want you to do is I'd love to have you come on. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As you can see here, I put in both of the chat windows of YouTube and Facebook on Miami Sports Music the StreamYard link. You guys can come on, be a guest. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about the team, what you guys have to say about this trade going down. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing for the future of this franchise. I think what the Dolphins are doing is something that, in essence, we haven't seen since the Shula years, which is absolutely amazing. Jeff, fins up to a time. Yes, I agree. Let's see. Let's go back to Twitter here. We got, has it sunk in yet that the Eagles trade totally nullifies the value we got for it in the Niners trade? Look, there's some people that are like, are you doing too much? Is there too many trades working here? I don't know about all that. I think at the end of the day, I'm just happy the Dolphins are doing something that they've never done before, which they haven't done in past years. Lately, I do feel that Greer and Flores have been the guys to make certain trades like this, and I'm very excited to see what they do in the draft and where they go with it. Let's see here. Albert Breer says, the Niners, again, were never moving off Garoppolo without what they saw as a clear upgrade to Jimmy Garoppolo. So clearly they see it as at least 3 guys in this year's class that fit that description. So, look, the 49ers have come out publicly and said that Garoppolo is their guy, right? But if Albert Breer's out here saying that the reason that they moved up to 3 is because there's at least 3 quarterbacks in this draft that they like, which, by the way, makes perfect sense to me for them, especially with all the health issues that Garoppolo's been having. I totally understand that. Let's go back to Twitter and let me see what we got here. Neil Driscoll, shout out to Neil, big guy over there. Chris Greer has just made the best trade in Miami Dolphins history. I love it. Hey, look. Let's see here. Viva La Stool from Barstool Sports. Tank, if you guys follow Barstool, Tank is a big Dolphins fan. And so it's pretty interesting to see his reaction there. I'm interested to know what that is. I'll have to look at that offline to make sure it's family friendly on that end. Look, let's see here. Barry Jackson, Dolphins trade down. They received 4 offers in the past 2 weeks per source. That's interesting to know. So the Dolphins, I mean, look, we all know GMs are always on the phone talking, seeing what's available to them, what's available to, their team. How can they improve their roster? How can they make it better? But in the weeks leading up to the draft, I'm sure that GMs are on the phone a little bit more than usual. And so to know that they received 4 legit offers, or there's the rumor of that, I find very interesting, from that standpoint to see that. I think that to see that that's what they've done is kind of absolutely amazing. Omar Kelly, let's see what Omar had to say about this, right? Omar said, Chris Greer has made more trade than any other executive since becoming a GM years ago, and I'm not sure it's even close. Yep. Listen, I don't know the board, but based on Miami should get the second best wide receiver, and they could very well trade down again and pick up more assets. 6 is a good spot to be in, but I'd rather be at 12 because if I miss out on a running back, I won't name, I'll be acting like this. I do appreciate the candor there. That's pretty funny from that standpoint. All right, let's see what else we got. Anthony said, why did you release Kyle Van Noy? We released Kyle Van Noy for cap room is basically what was said. From the standpoint of what Kyle Van Noy brought to the locker room, I think is a totally different story. I think Kyle Van Noy was an amazing locker room guy. I do think that he is his feelings are hurt big time. If you watched his interview getting back on with the Patriots, he didn't want to say anything nice about Flores or the Dolphins really organization too much. So I think he's upset that the Dolphins, made a commitment to him for 4 years. They said he was a captain, and then to release him after only 1 year. I understand his feelings as a player, but from a standpoint of what the Dolphins are trying to do, I'm not questioning Greer. I'm just not going to do it. There's no reason for me to question Chris Greer right now. He has not given me any reason to question what he's done. Can you please explain it again? Stank Frank. All right, Stank Frank. Let's see here. Let's go back and take a look at what just happened. So trade alert went down a little over an hour ago. Adam Schefter first reported that the Dolphins and the 49ers made a trade, right? San Francisco got number 3, while Miami gets 12 and a couple of future first-round picks, right? And not even 20 to 30 minutes later, the Dolphins made another trade, which ended up the Eagles trading to move back themselves. So the Dolphins moved back up into the top 10 to go to number 6. And they also got number 156 overall. And the Dolphins only had to give up number 12, number 123, and a 2022 first-round pick. And so from what I have been reading, the Dolphins did not have to give up the 18th overall pick. So at the moment, in the first round of this year's NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins are sitting at number 6 and number 18. And from the standpoint of what they're going to do from a move standpoint, I think that's, anyone's guess. I think it's very interesting to see where they'll go with that. I know that there's a lot of speculation of Kyle Pitts. There's a lot of people that like him. There's a lot of people that don't. Jamar Chase, obviously the Alabama guys. Where are the Dolphins going to go in this first round? And are the Dolphins done trading, I think, is the next question, right? So that's always interesting to know from that standpoint too. All right, look, if you guys are following us, make sure, or if you guys are watching us, make sure you go to the website, miamisportsmusic.com, for all the latest news. Fan gear, got the DWA gear. Fan club updates, we got the DWA fan club map. If you're somewhere across the world and you're a big Dolphins fan and you want to watch games with other Dolphins fans, go to that DWA map on miamisportsmusic.com. It's really, really cool. Also, just to shout out a couple of friends of the family of Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, 305sports.net is the official sports news provider for all the coverage of Miami sports music. So make sure you follow them at 305 Sports, 2 S's at the end of that. All right. And also, look, we got a lot of things going on. If you guys are familiar with, Dougly Do Wrong, as well as TD Finns Talk. They are part of the Miami Sports Music family, as well as Wade O with his What Would Shula Do network. And so, we have a lot of things going on behind the scenes here at Miami Sports Music, and we are so excited to see what we have in store coming up. All right. Love it, bro. I'm hella stoked about our future. Fins up, y'all. Hey, I agree, Will. I definitely agree. I think the Dolphins are doing something very special here. And I like, somebody said something a few weeks ago on Twitter, and it was in regards to Kyler Murray. And the one thing that I truly liked about it is they said, look, you look at all the moves Arizona's making. They're putting all that, backfield help, wide receiver help, offensive line help. And they said, look, are they giving up a lot for the future to get these guys in? Are they handcuffing themselves? Yes, but they're going all after it now with Kyler Murray, right? And the person's point was, at the end of the day, if the Arizona Cardinals end up failing to win a Super Bowl, you can say that they at least went down swinging the right way, right? So at the end of the day, I agree with that, right? Like, I think I would rather lose. I mean, I don't want to lose. I want to win a Super Bowl. Let's get that straight, people. But I would rather fail knowing that my head coach, GM, team, everybody is on the same page. So, that is what I want to see with Tua and moving forward with the Dolphins. I want to see the fans unite. I want to see all the team get around him. And look, that man's been putting work in the offseason. Absolute work. Sean, the Mad Hatter, my guy. Hey, hit me up, man. I want to get you on the new podcast, DWA Certified. So hit me up because I want to interview you for that. Thanks for the phenomenal updates. As always, Steven, go Fins. I appreciate that, Sean, brother. Good to see you, man. I am excited to see what the Dolphins have in store for 2021-2022 season. It's going to be very interesting. There's also some small rumors and reports that the Dolphins could be opening up the season on Thursday Night Football against the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. That's not confirmed. That's just a rumor that I am hearing, and I'd be interested to see if that ends up being the case. I want to know that, at the end of the day, the Miami Dolphins are getting the respect they have nationally as well as locally, which is why we've started the podcast network, because, we want to see more of the local guys that cover the team pump up the Dolphins, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, Xavier Howard was Defensive Player of the Year, and there's nobody that can tell me that otherwise. The man had double-digit interceptions for the first time in 13 years in the NFL, period. And the man, the fact that he wasn't is absolutely astonishing. Look, I give you the argument that maybe Flores wasn't Coach of the Year because he didn't bring the team to the playoffs, and what Cleveland and Buffalo's coach did was, but look, there wasn't enough hype around it from the local media, and I think that's kind of where it starts. And so that's what we're trying to do over here at Miami Sports Music. So make sure you follow us on all platforms at Miami Sports Music. And then just to kind of reiterate, if you guys want to come on real quick, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer just to see if, anybody wants to come on and give their, version, wants to give their thoughts, ideas. Where do you think the Dolphins are going to go from here? Are they going to trade again? Who do you think they're going to pick at number 6 and number 18? I'd love to have that quick conversation with you. So if you want, I'm going to put it in the comment section again one more time. You guys can come on and get on with me. I'd love to be able to go live with you guys if you guys want to talk about it a little bit more. Let's go back to Twitter and let's see what's going on with Twitter. And we will see how the Dolphins' reaction from the national media and local media kind of looks like there, right? So we go here. Dolphins trade, latest. With more time to break it all down, I understand the Dolphins' desire to land one of the best non-quarterbacks available at number 6. But if we sum up the trade, Miami trades 3 and 123. Miami receives 6, 102, 156, and a 2023 first rounder. Here's their move from 3 to 6 versus the Colts with Darnold. I'm interested to see this. Winner, down, down, down. I'm gonna have to do some more research into that. That's interesting to know. How successful is the number 3 overall picks to how successful are the number 6 overall picks in the NFL draft over the last decade? That is a very interesting thing. What I have gone back and done is gone back and looked at the quarterbacks in the first round over the last decade. And there's not a lot of success in there, believe it or not. There really isn't. There's a few big success stories, but there's not much. And there's a lot of quarterbacks that were taken in the first round over the last decade that has not seen a lot of success. So look, at the end of the day, just because you draft a high pick doesn't guarantee you success, whether it's at the quarterback position, the wide receiver position, running back, it does not matter. So we'll see. Jonathan says Waddle, then Harris. Waddle the Harris. I'm going to say Waddle, then Harris is what you meant. If you want to reiterate that, just put it back in. Mike said the future is bright in Miami. Hashtag DWA. Respect that aqua and orange. Yes. If you got your DWA gear, make sure you go to miamisportsmusic.com. If you have not already done that, you're lacking. You're slacking in life. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? It is also possible. Bonanza trades here. Look at what the Dolphins have done. It seems like everybody's been kind of on this over the last hour. And I know pretty soon the Dolphins will be changing name on case it upsets people who have the Dolphin. Chris Greer is making a name for himself with these trades today. Look like the Dolphins could either take Chase or Pitts if all quarterbacks go, which could drop one of those guys to number 7. I think the Lions could potentially benefit from the Dolphins' trades today. Interesting. The Eagles still have 11 picks. Their 2022 outlook is beaming. The value drop is real following the Dolphins trade, blockbuster trade. Dolphins win trade with picks. New NFL draft orders are already starting to come out. People are doing their stuff here. Corrupted Aim says, fins up, baby. Yes, fins up. Look, if you guys want to come on, tell me your thoughts, what you guys want to see with the Dolphins' next moves. Do you want to see the Dolphins make another trade? Who do you guys want to see with these 2 first picks at number 6 and number 18? I would love to hear from you guys. So if you guys see this little stream here, StreamYard.com/CJMVS7BXXT or X2, my dyslexic self there. Make sure you go ahead and copy that, put it in another stream, and come on with me, man. I would love to have you on to the program right now, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. This is MiamiSportsMusic.com. I am your host, Stephen D. I'm pretty excited about what we have going on today in the wide world of sports. It was a pretty quiet day until at the end of the day. Let's see here. Steve Anderson at Jersey Fin Fan. Can't imagine the lunch deals Chris Greer made today. So my buddy Eric from up north, the New England fan club there, Southern New England fan club, sent me a picture and it says, can't imagine the lunch deals. Here, matter of fact, let me put it in here because that's too funny. I got to show that. Steve Anderson, Jersey Fin Fan. Here it goes. Can't imagine the lunch deals Chris Greer made when he was in school. That MFer went to 3rd grade each day with a small milk carton, and by the end of lunch had 5 Capri Suns, 2 Lunchables, a can of Coke, and a cheesesteak that the lunch ladies made for him. That's pretty good. I do like that. That's pretty good. At Steve, I'm gonna have to follow this guy. At Jersey Fin Fan. Let's see what else he wrote today. Chris Greer should be running the country. We have to have everyone's nukes be in control of their livestock. We literally own at least half of South America. Look, I love the moves that Chris Greer has made today. They're absolutely amazing. It's been unbelievable. David Dolphin Butcher, that's my dude, Steve. Hey man, hey, look, he sounds like a funny guy. I'm gonna have to follow him a little bit more and go do some more research on him. He sounds like he's a good guy to follow there on Twitter. So make sure you go follow him on Twitter. Shout out to him. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's go to latest on the Dolphins trade. Hilarious thing is the Dolphins could probably trade back again with some team trying to chump the Panthers for Matt Jones. I totally agree that's the case. I truly do not think that the Dolphins are done making trades here. I think at the end of the day, the Miami Dolphins have set themselves up very nicely for the future. And sitting at number 6, I think gives them the opportunity that once things kind of shake up in the first 5 picks, if there's still a quarterback that somebody's in love with, I do think that the Miami Dolphins will be sitting there ripe for the taking with that phone. I think they will take all 8 minutes of that first round, if they have not already made the trade by then, to trade back again and get a king's ransom again. which would be, again, Chris Greer would just be the GM of the century if that happened. And on top of that, I'd love to see, again, where these picks end up being. Are these picks going to be quality picks that we end up getting in the first round? Are they going to be guys that can, come through? Chris, not playing around. Welcome to South Florida. Pitts or Chase, please. Definitely. Mike Sherrod. What's up, Mike? My guy, big guy. The Dolphins need free safety or strong safety. Hey, look, man, the Dolphins, I do think are about 5 or 6 big pieces away from being a true contender. I truly think that. I think we need a star wide receiver. I think we need a beast of a wide receiver. That's one, right? So I want to see that. I want to see a stud running back. I like some of the guys we already have, the stable of young guys at the running back position. So I think getting one more stud, I think, would be absolutely amazing. And, you link up Devontae Parker with, some big name on the side, whether it be Chase or Devontae Smith or maybe even Waddle. And if you get Pitts to go along with Gesicki, I mean, let's be honest, man. Having a 2 tight end set with guys like that would be unbelievable. And if Tua can't make those throws, and then, Will Fuller. I totally forgot about that. See? If Fuller stays healthy, I'm okay with him and Parker. Totally forgot, Will Fuller. I mean, to me, that was a great trade, too, that I think could pay plenty of dividends for the Miami Dolphins, this year. Let's say, God forbid, worst case scenario, the Dolphins we're not looking good come week 7 or 8, right around the trade deadline. If the Dolphins wanted to, because Fuller's on a 1-year deal, Fuller would be great trade bait with somebody if we were not sitting pretty in those first 6 or 7 weeks. And knock on wood, God forbid that happens, because I think the Dolphins are going to be sitting pretty good. I think the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs this year. I think we're going to win a playoff game. And I think, that's going to be where the Dolphins are at. So, but if that were to happen, I still think there's so many moves that the Dolphins can make to set themselves up for the future. Mike Dixon wrote, Dolphins are setting up to challenge the Patriots and the Bills. Brother, I don't think the Patriots, I think a lot of people that were upset no more than a week ago that the New England Patriots were making all these deals in March, thinking, hey, look, the Patriots are back. That is not their MO. That is not their style. I do not see that working out for them in any way, shape, and form. Because if you look at most teams that do that in an offseason, with the exception of the Buccaneers this past year, right? And with the exception of, I guess you could probably say Denver too, when they had Peyton Manning a few years ago, I don't see that being something that works out for them. I don't think the Patriots are going to be relevant. I truly do not think they will be. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. To re-sign Newton after the year Newton had, look, I don't think that they're going to be. Now, I do think Buffalo, I think Buffalo is the best team in the NFL right now, besides the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals. I think those two teams are very hungry. And yes, I would probably say Buffalo's ahead of Tampa. And I know Tampa won the Super Bowl and they beat Kansas City. But I think Kansas City's going to get better on that offensive line and be able to protect, their star quarterback in Mahomes. And at the end of the day, I think Buffalo are some dogs, man. They fight. They get in the trenches. They do it. And so if we're going to have any contention of being contenders in the AFC East and also in the AFC period, we're going to have to be able to do that. And Mike, you're right. Our O-line needs to improve. I totally agree with that too, because at the end of the day, let's look at what Ryan Tannehill had to deal with those 6-7 years, right? In my opinion, if Ryan Tannehill had a true number one with a solid offensive line, okay, I think we would have done a little bit more damage with Tannehill. I do. So, look, I think offensive line is where it's at. If you do not have a solid offensive line, you will not win a championship. Case in point, Mahomes in the Super Bowl this year against Tampa. Because, in my opinion, Kansas City is a better team than Tampa. So, I just think they took advantage of a weakness, and they did it, and they did it very well. And you can't deny, look, I don't think the GOAT is the GOAT, and you can't, it is what it is with Brady. I love to hate him, and you hate to love him, because the man just does stuff that had never been. The man has been to 11 Super Bowls, 10 Super Bowls, something like that. Unreal. Half of his career. And we'll never see anybody like him again. Ever. I think that includes Mahomes. I just don't see anybody ever going to that many Super Bowls again, or winning that many Super Bowls. It's hard to win a championship. It's so hard. And here's something else. They correct me if I'm wrong. Who were the last people to win back-to-back Super Bowls? Was it the Patriots? I think the Patriots, and if they weren't, I guess it might have been the Cowboys. I want to say it was the Patriots, but if they weren't, it was the Cowboys, right? So if anybody knows who was the last NFL team to win back-to-back Super Bowls, put that in the chat, because it's so hard to be consistent year in and year out and win back-to-back years. You can get to a Super Bowl, but winning the big game, you need consistency. You need to be able to have dogs that go out there and fight, and ultimately you do need to have talent. And that's what the Patriots did for 20 years. I don't think that's what the Patriots are doing in this offseason, and I don't see them being a contender this year. I really don't. I'm not hating on them. I've seen what's worked for them for 20 years, and they've never done what they did this offseason. And in my humble opinion, there's no way that works for them. And if it does, I'll eat my words. I have no problem eating them. But I don't see it working for them. All right. Hey, look, this has been Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I am Stephen D. This has been breaking news. The NFL had a very quiet day up until about 90 minutes ago. And then 90 minutes ago happened, and the world went nuts in the NFL. And basically, it was the Dolphins making two major trades in the NFL. The Dolphins trading back with San Francisco to 12, and then trading back into the top 6 with the Eagles to get 6. They gained a first-round pick in there and a few other picks. And I think at the end of the day, they set themselves up very, very nice for the future. And, ultimately, I'm interested to see where this goes for the Miami Dolphins. Are they going to be able to be the team that we all want them to be, which is Super Bowl contenders? And I think the only way we're going to see something like that this year is making those quality picks, having those guys hit on those picks, and then, people staying healthy. And if we can do that, and having a guy like Tua improve from year 1 to year 2, I don't see the Dolphins losing less than 10 games this year, less than 11. Even if there is 17 games this year, I just don't see it. So I love the moves that Chris Grier made today. I think he's absolutely amazing. The moves that he made at the end of the day, I think that, they set themselves up very, very nicely for the future. And, if you're looking at what they have to do moving forward, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the Dolphins do, to see where these picks go. Are they going to go after another tight end like Pitts? Is he going to be there at 6? Are the Dolphins going to move back and gain some more first-round picks, which is my vote, by the way? I think that's exactly what Grier is going to do if the guy that they want is not there. I truly think that one of two things are going to happen. There is one guy that they are in love with, and I don't know who that is. I have no idea. And if he is not there at 6, Dolphins are trading back again. And I don't think it'll happen till draft night unless somebody comes out and says, hey, here's 3 first-round picks. So look, at the end of the day, the Dolphins have made some amazing trades today. Chris Greer has been playing chess while the rest of the NFL was playing checkers. I know some of the people didn't like that second trade going back into 6, but I truly think it was the best move for the Dolphins. I think at the end of the day, if they're in love with somebody that they know is not going to be there at 12, and you have an opportunity to get back into 6, I think you do it. And I think you make that trade in a heartbeat. So, is it going to be a guy like Devontae Smith? Is it going to be a guy like Jamar Chase? Is there somebody else that they're in love with that has not been on anybody's radar, which is very possible because guys like Chris Greer and Brian Flores see diamonds in the rough. So, you never know who they're in love with right now. Is Sewell going to be there at 6? Is that the guy that they're in love with? Do they see 4 quarterbacks going in the first 5 picks and then, Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, and then they're sitting there at 6 and Sewell is right there. And do they like him? I don't know what the Dolphins and Greer are going to do on NFL draft night. But what I do know at the end of the day is I have faith in Tua. I have faith in Flores and Greer. I trust. I definitely trust Greer, and we shall definitely see where this is moving forward. Hey, look, guys, I've been up here for about 40 minutes. I just wanted to get on and talk to you about the trade this afternoon. I was doing grocery shopping, and when I was doing grocery shopping with my 7-year-old son, all of a sudden my phone just started going off like crazy in the middle of the supermarket. And I was getting like back-to-back phone calls. Did you just see what the Dolphins did? And so I told my son, I was like, all right, we got to hurry up and get the rest of these groceries so I can get back and get on live. So it was definitely pretty funny to kind of see how this kind of all transpired on a Friday afternoon, no less, right? On a not busy day in sports. And the Dolphins, became the headline and I think made a big fuss in the NFL. And I also think they set precedent too. They set precedent for what future trades will look like moving out of the top 5, if you are a non-top 10 team. That team was 12. San Francisco gave up 3 first-round picks sitting at 12 to get into the top 5. And if I was a 49ers fan, I would think that you mortgaged way too much for the future. But as a Dolphins fan, I think Greer took advantage of John Lynch, who I don't think is a pushover GM, who I think is a very respectable and good GM. And, I do think that right now there's some head scratching going over in San Francisco. One of them being they've publicly come out and said, Garoppolo's our guy. But if Garoppolo's your guy, why are you trading into the top 3? Are you in love with Zach Wilson? Are you in love? Is Trevor Lawrence going to be there? Who knows? I truly, I don't think Lawrence will be there at 3, but nothing would surprise me in this year's draft. It really wouldn't, to kind of see where these teams go. And at the end of the day, do the Dolphins make one more trade? Do they trade back to get more stuff, to get more quality picks for the future? And I think Greer's done an absolutely amazing job. He's already a candidate for the GM of the year already on March 26th. And so it'll be very interesting to kind of see where they go. So I want to thank everybody for joining this afternoon. It's been a pleasure. I want you remember to follow us on all social media platforms at miamisportsmusic.com. I also want you all to remember as well that I want you to visit our website, miamisportsmusic.com, for all the latest news, fan gear, fan club updates, and exclusive content on Miami Sports Music's podcast network. If you are not familiar with our podcast network, it is absolutely amazing. We got a bunch of great guys. We have TD Fins Talk. If you guys don't know who TD Fins Talk is a YouTuber that is now part of our stable podcast talent here at Miami Sports Music. We also have guys like Dudley Durong. Dudley Durong as well is absolutely amazing. Make sure you go to miamisportsmusic.com/podcast, and you can check out those guys. Remember to check out Jamie Bahamas talking about them Dolphins. You can download that podcast on whatever platform you get podcast on. And I also, guys, want you to make sure you check out Wade O's new podcast, What Would Shula Do? And that's a very raw podcast. And I like what he's doing over there. And he's definitely part of the family and team here. And, look, coming up here soon, you will see my podcast coming very shortly. And it's going to be a really good podcast. It's called DWA Certified. DWA Certified is going to be a podcast where I sit one-on-one with people like Papa Pump, who I'm recording with this week. I got Finn Sticky. I'm going to be sitting down with him. Gorilla Luke. Hopefully I can get the Mad Hatter, and a couple of super fans of the Dolphins, and release, quality podcasts for you guys to see what being a super fan is like, and how certified they are as a DWA, Dolphin with Attitude member. So I'm pretty excited about that. Be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming out hopefully in the next few weeks. And as always, look, make sure you go to miamisportsmusic.com and you check out everything there. It's absolutely amazing. We love the support that you guys show us. If you want the latest DWA gear, make sure you go to miamisportsmusic.com. You see all the stuff that Solo D has there from DWA. They have stuff for women, stuff for kids, stuff for babies, stuff for you, stuff for me, stuff for everyone. Hats, shirts, fitted, or snapbacks, hoodies, absolutely amazing. And we got a lot of big things coming up. The next big thing we do have coming up will be live draft coverage on draft night. The details are yet to be determined on that, but it's probably going to start right when the clock starts of the NFL draft. We're probably going to have about 3 hours, if not maybe a little bit more, of live coverage, roundtable. We're going to have people like Dudley Durong. We're going to have people, TD Finns Talk, Jamie Bahamas, the guys from 305 Sports. We're going to have a couple of fan club presidents from across the country. Hopefully we can get the Finlaw godfather himself, Mark Angelo, on, get the guys from East 32. And also, the guys, we're also going to be doing something special too with TPP, the Positive Porpoise. If you guys do not know them, the Positive Porpoise is absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys go to facebook.com and put in the Positive Porpoise, TPP, and check out Danny, Finn Evil, and the rest of the squad over there. They have raised over $40,000 for the Dolphins Cancer Challenge this year. And I can't express enough the things that they're doing over at TPP. And we're going to be doing exclusive stuff. I'll give you a little bit of a preview. We don't have the dates out for this yet, but we're going to have an online charity session where we're going to have Chris Chambers, TPP, and the Miami Sports Music family. And we're going to be raffling off some stuff for his charity, the 81 Foundation or 84 Foundation. So I'm pretty excited to see what we're going to do there with Chris Chambers. It's going to be great. And as always, man, I always want to thank the guys, all the team at Miami Sports Music, Jamie Bahamas, our new guy, our new video content coordinator, Andy Simonakis. Andy is absolutely amazing. Andy's been doing stuff for us for the last couple of days. He's new on the squad here. So if you guys see Andy on Facebook, give him a shout out. He's new to the team here. And, as far as Dudley, Wade, TD, the rest of the team, and always Solo D, we could not do this without these guys. And we want to say thank you to all you, the fans, because at the end of the day, Dolphins with Attitude could not be anything without the Dolphins themselves. So I love you guys. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you at draft coverage. I look forward to seeing you when we do stuff with TPP coming up here real soon. And make sure you go to miamisportsmusic.com. All right. So if you're not on miamisportsmusic.com, you better make sure that you go there. Check out the DWA fan page, Matt. We're going to have a good time. And as always, fins up and go Dolphins.